Hello my beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time tuning in, welcome to All Things Delicious. Today on Brave Belly, I'm going to be reviewing and eating this Polish military individual combat ration menu number 11. Hope you guys brought your appetite because you know I did. Without further ado, let's get the show on the road. All right guys, so here we have it. The individual combat ration from mighty Poland. This is just one meal because it says a third of a dose, so they expect you to eat 3 times. This is one of the meals. Menu number 11. It looks like it's some kind of meat with rice and veggies. The nutritional content and everything like that, or I guess the info, is on the outside. But it's mixed here with English and Polish. It's kind of hard to read, so it's not really that important. We're gonna open everything up and see if it's any good. So let's get it going. So if you're looking at this, this is the Polish Bayonet. This is the old school one. All right, this is the Type 2 Bayonet from FB Radom, which I love. And the reason why I got this one is because it looks nice on my beru. All right, fits perfectly. And also fits well on my Romanian AK-47, especially with this bakelite. It looks nice on a wooden AK, so that's why I have it and I love it. Love the old school vibes. But today's knife is actually gonna be the modern and currently being used and issued Polish bayonet. Look at the contrast. This is the modern era. All right, this is based on the Soviet design, and this is their own, baby. Take a look how beautiful it is. All right, super modern, looks cyberpunk style. Okay, really nice high quality polymer. All right, I'm not gonna showcase too much about the knife today, guys. Let me know in the comments if you wanna hear more about the knives. But basically, this is gonna be today's camp knife. Check it out. Totally different. As you can see, it's got a little thumb placement for more finesse type of work. And it's definitely, I would say, one of the more delicate style bayonets, because this is indeed a bayonet. Look how different it is than most bayonets. And the handle fits my hand just right, but it is a little on the small side, but that's fine. I mean, the weight is very light and nimble, so cool knife. Gonna use this for today. And it also has the little hole and everything to make it a concertina wire cutter. Anyway, let's get it going. I'm gonna open it right up. And guys, today is Easter. I hope everybody's having a happy Easter. I just spent, an Easter brunch with my family. So I figured why not do a Polish review, because my family's from Poland. I'm an American, but we do celebrate Easter. It's important in the Christian community. Poland is a very big Christian nation, Catholic to be specific. And I hope whoever's watching this is having a blessed day with their family. And let's not forget, this is indeed military food. So any woman and man in uniform on the planet, I wish you a safe return home to your families. All right, guys, moving on. Let's go. Opening it up. This is how it looks. Boom. All right, first things first, we got a can. Konserwa lisiecka. I always I don't know what this is. We'll figure it out. Some kind of meat, okay? So gonna set that right here. The famous Polish suchary specjalne. This is what they call their Panzer crackers. I absolutely love these. I think these are the best crackers on the planet. All right. Then we have their accessory packet. All right, I'll just open it all up right now. So in their accessories, look at the presentation, nice and clean. All right, vacuum sealed and shut. All right, with a little pull tab, so nice professional quality, so your napkins won't get wet, which is important. And let's open it up. So we have the Polish coffee candy. This tastes delicious. We have 2 little baby xylitol gums, so mint. Then we have a vitamin C candy, which they call famously the Dicky candy. It's actually pronounced Ditsky, but Dicky, all right? That's what it is for today. Then we have their little wet wipes that I hate. This is let's see right now. Okay, first off, it smells like a degreaser, something you would use on your oven. Very synthetic lemon. I don't like the smell, but it is what it is. Let's clean our hands, and it's paper, so it's cheap quality, but nonetheless, we have a beautiful Ziploc garbage bag, which makes sense. You could waterproof anything. You don't have to use this for garbage. We have a little baby pepper, super small pepper, the smallest pepper on the planet. I've never seen a pepper this small. It says pieprz on it. Check out the artwork with the pepper shaker. But this is one meal, so that's fine. This should be enough for one meal. Let's see what else we have. We have the salt. And that's funny. Oh yeah, it says it in English and Polish. No art, just font, salt. And this, look, secondly wrapped or vacuum sealed, I mean, but nice that they do this. Good touch, very smart. This is the toilet paper. I could already see the Polish toilet paper. They use I think they use recycled paper because the quality doesn't look hella bleached like usual. You see the little dots of black, looks like pepper, right? So in Poland, I've always seen this type of toilet paper, very Polish. Not the softest quality, not the best, almost like a Soviet style toilet paper. But at the end of the day, it is toilet paper, so it's not that serious. But yeah, nonetheless, we have it, all right? Gonna set that aside. And guys, just like any other MRE, I reviewed the Russian one yesterday. This packaging also, you could fill this with water, okay? So yeah, good high quality plastic. You could fill this with water if you know, out of a lake or something like that. Running water is ideal. All right, then we have some kind of dried fruit mix. It says mieszanka owoców. That means fruit mix, but it's dry. Okay, so that's a snack. Then we have the utensils and the straw. Now, every Polish MRE that I had so far, the straw was always broken. Looks like this one might not be. We're gonna find out and see if it actually works. Usually they crack. I'm surprised to have this one intact. Then we have their spoons. And it's one spoon. One meal, one spoon. Quality looks decent. Long spoon. Then we have their napkin. I like when the napkins are big man size, just like this. You see? This is a real napkin. In my opinion, this is what a napkin should be. Good quality, all right? I'm gonna put that in my pocket so the wind doesn't blow it away. And we're lucky to have nicer weather today. Yesterday, I was out here filming the Russian MRE, which was, by the way, one of the best MREs that I've tasted as of late. So if you guys are curious about that, check it out. It's the video from yesterday. So yeah, it was super windy yesterday, and today we have gorgeous weather on this beautiful Easter Sunday. We have their famous bar in the lime green. I've never seen the lime green metallic packaging, all right? So it looks kind of commercial. So this is their little bar. And we have another cracker set. So 4 crackers all together for one meal. That's not bad. Look how substantial and thick they are. What else do we have here? Okay, so now we have the main, and the main is meat with rice and veggies. That's what it says in Polish. Mięso z ryżem I warzywami. Take a look at that. And the can is dented, who cares? These are military rations, so nothing's perfect. And finally, last but certainly not least, we have, oh no, there's an isotonic drink that you drink cold. Isotonic beverage. Cool, military looking, industrial. I like it. Holy smokes, look at all the freaking ingredients. Healthy. Yeah, right. And this is the heater. So we have the heating pad. It just says heating pad on it. And we have the bag. And this is the sleeve that you put it in. So I'm glad not to be making a fire today. This is nice and fast, just the way I like it. We're gonna try to get it going right now. Get this food nice and warm. So you guys just bear with me because we're about to start opening the can up. All right, so that's that. Now we're gonna put the actual canned food in there, and all the information's on here. 300 grams, and it's basically just pieces of meat with rice, and it tells you how to do this. 15 minutes in here. I'm not gonna read all that to you. It's not that serious. Okay, so there we have it, and it says fill with water to this line only. So beautiful of our NATO partners to also include the English language. And we're gonna use this. This is the US issued, they call this a canteen, but it's the collapsible canteen. So when it's empty, you could squeeze it down to size. All right, and let's go with the water. There we go, right to the line. As you can see, gonna fold that up and put it in here while it all heats up. And this one looks like we have, oh, you guys hear that? It's getting serious up in there. Super hot and freaking gonna burn my hand with it. Hopefully not. Let me set this up over here. Beautiful. We're moving along, guys. That's how I like it, when we could maintain somewhat of a pace. All right, I don't want to hold you guys up. And so first, let's try this konserwa lisiecka. By the way, if you guys are asking yourself, God, what's that sexy ass shirt this man is wearing? This is my Easter's finest button down. No, I'm just kidding, but I figure it looks sharp. You know, this is the Polish WZ93 camo pattern. Basically, that stands for Wzór 93. 93, I believe it's year 1993 is when it became issued. And Wzór means pattern. So pattern 93. It's also known as the Pantera, which is a badass name for a cool camo print. I think it looks fly. All right, but anyway, let's get to eating some of this food. I'm gonna open it right up. Let's see if you hear a hiss. No hiss. That's fine, no pressure. All right, looks like a canned luncheon meat. Smells just like straight up meat, not like chemicals or anything like that. And since we only have a spoon, I guess that's what we're using. And look at this meat, guys. I don't know if the camera could pick it up. It just looks like a pork ham. All right, so this is a canned ham. It's nice in color. It's definitely flavorful. It basically tastes like those hams that have that little key, and then you have to kind of twist around the periphery to peel it open. And that kind of ham, that's exactly what this is. Take a look at that. A little bit of gelatinous effect. Oh yeah, nice and salty, very flavorful and delicious. Wouldn't change anything about it. And the crazy part about it is it doesn't have like these big pockets of fat or anything like that. So even though it tastes very flavorful, not dry at all, it's not like filled with a lot of fat, which is which is nice too. Really good. We're gonna have it with some of these suhari. Obviously to have it with like the bread, but realistically, you have to have really good teeth to eat these crackers because they're known for being hard. I don't have that problem. You see the little like caraway seeds? That's what gives this flavor. This is the secret. You don't have to be synthetic. You could just use caraway seeds. It smells really natural, like a bakery. First bite going down. Let's see if it crunches. Oh yeah, really nice. Has that strong caraway flavor like a fresh bagel. Something just so pleasant about this cracker. I don't know why I love it so much. It's just a flavor, honestly. Delicious flavor. But these are definitely crackers that I would enjoy by themselves. I would just eat the meat plain, straight up like this. Not even have it with the cracker. Normally what I do is just snack on the cracker throughout the day. They're delicious. You know, not every kind of bread goes with, pairs perfectly with whatever meat you're eating. For instance, you wouldn't eat a bagel with like hamburger meat, you know what I mean? Or a big chunk of ham, even though a bagel is delicious. So the same thing with this. This is delicious, but it doesn't pair the best with this, okay? But separately, I feel like they're both strong. This is classic. This is not bad at all. And I'm hungry, guys. Like I said, I did have Easter brunch. I had an egg. In Poland, they call it święconka, which is the blessed food. So you kind of have like an egg, you have like a slice of kielbasa and Polish bread. Each individual item represents something. I don't want to get all too into it, but yeah, Easter is pretty big in Poland, and that's why I'm doing a Polish MRE review. All right, gonna finish up this szynka, which is what Polish people call ham. And let's see this isotonic drink. I'm a little thirsty. Now this is made so you could actually mix it in here. Really convenient. You don't need a glass, but I have it this way just so I could showcase the color, everything, the entire aspect of it. Wow, doesn't smell like much, which I'm surprised. I don't even know what flavor this is supposed to be. I just know it's isotonic. Yeah, it just says a concentrate of isotonic beverage. So they're not even, o smaku cytrynowym. So that means this is lemon flavored. But it's crazy that it doesn't smell like lemon. Usually you would expect a strong lemon smell, not really. And see, the way they have their beverages, it looks like it's gonna reconstitute really easily, or just mix really easily. That's what I meant to say. All right, so as far as the color, I guess very nice, but different, okay? And what I mean by different, it just looks like a pastel yellow, very Easter color. So cheers. And it's nice and tart, and it tastes like a real lemon. It doesn't taste like lemonade, like American lemonade. This tastes like water with real lemons in it, which is lemonade. But no, this doesn't taste like syrupy and sweet like a beverage you would pay for. This tastes like healthier and lighter. Lemon is good if it's done right. This is on the flavored on the Polish side, and what I mean by that, it's not sweet like an American or Western beverage. So this is how they like it. I'm not used to it like this, but I can get used to it. Okay, it's not the worst. As far as a lemonade, this is not the best. From a 1 to a 10, it's a 7. 7 or an 8. Definitely very refreshing. Lemon is a flavor that cuts down a lot of like greasy food, heavy food like ham. The lemon is a nice contrast. All right, we're gonna move on to the main food right now. All right, so here we have it. This is still super hot. And guys, I just have to say that I really appreciate food, military food that comes in one of these flameless ration heaters. As you can see, the convenience is so nice and way quicker than starting a fire. You guys have to remember, these foods are not intended for hunters or guys that are camping. This food is intended for the military. Men don't have time to be cooking. The goal is to eat, not to cook. So a lot faster, very much appreciated to have it quick like this. And we're gonna open it up. As you can see, super dented, which is cool too, because this is military food. All right, gonna try to start it. Let's see how it opens. Oh yeah, we had a huge hiss, and I already see a huge chunk of meat. Looks like it's time for the knife. I don't want to go too low because I'm going to puncture the bottom. Don't want to do that, but we're not eating it out of a can. We're going to put it on the plate because I want to showcase everything. And first thing, big old chunks of meat. I mean, super hearty. Then we also have peas and carrots. So this is actually similar to the Russian MRE that I had yesterday. I doubt it this will beat it, only because that was literally like the best Russian MRE. So, but we shall find out. Guys, look how beautiful it presents. I mean, I'm talking about real food. This is what I mean when the Westerners have more of like a military style, quick, synthetic kind of like food. And this is real food, okay? Hearty, you know, stuff that you could actually chew on, that resembles things that made at home. I'm gonna throw it all on the plate. And this looks superb. This looks like something Babcha made. Check that out. Big old chunks of fat, real meat. Nothing mystery about it. We got the rice all plumpy from all that sauce. Look at all the juice. And we have the beautiful peas and carrots. Guys, let's go in for the try. The first one's gonna have a little bit of everything. Look at that. Oh, that's too much meat. All right, first bite going in. Cheers. Oh yeah, very good. Very good. Very nice. Flavorful. Savory. Doesn't taste like chemicals. Not bad, not bad. And I must say, the version of this, the Russian version of this that I tried yesterday, tastes better. It's better seasoned and more, the flavoring is just 10 out of 10. This, in comparison, this is 8 out of 10. Everything is perfect, but it has less seasoning. For instance, I don't taste the sweetness of the peas or the carrots in here whatsoever. So it's all one neutral flavor. Everything else just is like change of texture, but it just all has this one stewy. This is good and flavorful, but it all tastes like just like one stew. So yeah, if I was gonna change anything, just a little more seasoning, which I have here. So let's have some salt. We're not gonna use the whole packet because we have less food already. This definitely brings out flavor, and pepper goes well with stuff like this as well. And Polish seasoning is a lot like other Slavic seasonings. White spices, which basically means salt and pepper, and that's it. Not really popular to be using hot sauces and stuff like that. Oh yeah, the salt helped so much. More flavorful, more forward flavor from that salt. We got a nice fatty piece here too. And I love that. A little contrast in texture. Gonna try it with some of this cracker. All right, take a look at this bite. Real good. Once again, too hard to eat together with this, but this is still 10 out of 10 delicious. Like I said, you keep this in your pocket and munch on it throughout the day, which is very smart as a soldier to have something. It's also, honestly, I feel like if you have like a snack or something in your pocket, puts you in a good mood. All right, so that's what I suggest. Guys, keep this in their pocket throughout the day. This washes it down. Same thing with, like I said, the beverage. I give it like a 7. Okay, not the best. But I'm surprised we have no coffee and we have no tea. So that's kind of a big deal if that's something that you were wanting. For me, I'm fine today. But yeah, this is a solid 8. A delicious 8. So don't take it personal if I compare it to the Russian. It just so happens that yesterday I had it and it's literally the same exact type of food. The only difference is I'm gonna be straightforward. Day one, theirs is flavor. But the other thing is also that is also their best one out of 7 menus. All right, or 7 different menu items. That's their best one. And this is not the best Polish one, so don't forget that. So, yeah. I don't want people jumping to like weird conclusions or anything. That's all. Yeah. So now let's move on. As you can see, the food was delicious nonetheless. And I always look forward to eating the Polish MREs. They're just every time, even if they're not like a 10, they're always at least an 8. That's what I'm thinking. At least that's what I remember, because it's always real food. All right, gonna move on to the snack. This also is meant to be eaten out of the package. It has a resealable pouch, and it's just dried fruit. It's meant to be snacked on, and it's real fruit, okay? I don't know if it's freeze-dried or just dried, but it looks like it could have been freeze-dried like space food. And it has pineapple, definitely banana. Yeah, banana. You taste the strong banana flavor. That was a strawberry. So you individually taste and you can see the actual fruit. So I would definitely consider this natural. Usually the Polish food and most of the Slavic food is natural, because here in the West, in America, we use a lot of fillers, coloring, etc. Real good, hits the spot. Very tart, not very sweet at all, but tart and sharp and bright. Real good fruit. 10 out of 10 for the dried fruit, guys. Not many MREs have this, so kind of like one of a kind. Real nice. Gonna move on to the baton. That's what they call it. We just call this a bar. And it's basically like, it has it in French. It's a fruit bar. I've had these before and I was never a fan, but every time I try to give everything a fair shake, try it all again. So we have like a wafer on the outside, and Polish people call the wafer opłatek, just a wafer, okay? And it keeps the bar from being sticky in the package and easier to handle without getting sticky. Okay, it looks like some kind of granola or cereal based. Let's go. Oh yeah, so the weather is warm today. It's 91 degrees Fahrenheit. And so this is nice and soft. It's not hard to chew. The experience is a lot better than normal. Because I've had this before and I never liked it. It always had like this dusty kind of drawer, IKEA drawer smell. And this time around, it's not so dramatic. It doesn't smell dusty. It still smells like wood, but not like a dusty wood. And the taste is better. I do taste fruit in there, so it brightens up the cereal. Really nice. This is actually the best flavored one that I've ever had. If they're even in other flavors, I don't know. Just says fruit and cereal bar. Lime flavor. That's why it's so bright. Lime flavor. There is a lot of brightness to it. I wouldn't necessarily know that it's lime. Sorry, wrong pipe. Yeah, but this is the best one, guys. Good job, Poland. Nice. I like when there's funky stuff like a lemon, you know? Cool. Real nice. Wouldn't change anything about this. And honestly, everything that I ate today, if I was a soldier that received it, I wouldn't trade anything. So yeah, definitely proud of that. You guys did a good job. All right, now we're gonna move on to the last sweets. This is their Ditsky candy. Now it's apparently a form of vitamin C delivery. Apparently it's higher in vitamin C. And take a look. Super European style, old school. Just looks dull in color because they don't use as many colorings as we do. All right. Really sticky and chewy. Not the best, not the worst. Just tastes lemony and pleasant. Not bad. I've had these before and I didn't like them, but for some reason this one, it chews nice. Pretty good experience. Maybe I'm just more hungry today. Such is life though. You gotta remember, guys, this is just my personal experience at the moment that I'm eating, so things vary, different variables, things change. All right, the coffee candy called the Kofik. And I remember having this and I always liked it. So basically this tastes like a, well, I'll tell you. Yeah, just a dark coffee, like strong coffee flavor with a lot of sugar. So it's very pleasant, very grown-up tasting, but sweet. Very nice. Wouldn't change anything about this candy. Real good. Down the hatch. Gotta make room for some of this gum. And the gum, it's cool or whatever, but it's just small. So 2 little pieces really should be 1 piece, especially for a soldier, you know, big men. The gum is good, it has a good crunch. When you bite into it, it's very pleasant, that crunch with the outer shell. And the flavor inside is high quality, like it punches you with that mint in a good way. So really, really nice quality gum. Is it the best? It's not a 10, but it's like a 8.5 or a 9 as far as the gum, you know? It doesn't look poor, okay? The gum doesn't taste like some something old school. This is modern. It's not bad at all. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you stayed this long, I appreciate you so much for hearing me blab for 30 minutes. Like I said before, I hope you guys had a happy Easter and got to spend the time with your family. Whoever's watching this, may you be blessed. Till next time, signing off.